Look at my awesome wallpaper. Watch it change colour every 10 seconds. I wonder what movie I'm referencing with a wallpaper that changes between pink and blue. Oh yeah, Sleeping Beauty. You know, the scene where they fight over the colour of the dress? Good times. Aurora finally got an appearance outside of House of Mouse in the first half of this 2007 video. Spoilers! It sucks. So, being the fan of Sleeping Beauty that I am, let's talk about the first half. Yes, there's a Jasmine story, but I believe the Aurora part is the most infamous. So we begin. Whoa! Luminel, calm down!
Everyone.
Okay, so where were we?
Hello, everyone. It's me, Princess Aurora. It's nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, goody. Why are you wearing pink? You should obviously be wearing blue. You were wearing blue throughout most of your movie, were you not? Seriously, making a dress just pink kinda ruins one of the funniest scenes from the movie. But this is a problem with the advertisement in general, not just this movie, so...
So, I have a question for you. Has anybody ever asked you to do something really difficult, and you were excited to try, but it just seemed impossible?
You mean run a YouTube channel about reviewing? Anyway, we get the start of the story, as we should. The king and queen have to leave for an out-of-town thing, and Aurora is going to be left in charge. Alright, that's an interesting idea. She's no doubt inexperienced for the job. So, maybe we'll get to see some intriguing real-life consequences of leaving an inexperienced person in charge of an entire nation. No, the joke's too obvious, I won't make it. Somehow I doubt that.
Yes, your majesty!
Oh, God, you're gonna be the comic relief, aren't you? Disney's done some great comic relief, and other times, bloody infuriating. So, what category do you fall in?
Tech.
I'm gonna say bloody infuriating.
You can do it in your sleep, my sleeping beauty.
Should you really be making jokes about her sleeping? Prince Jiminy Crickets, he actually has a name? That was kind of a massive deal. So Philip says something cheesy about stars, and he rides off to ruin his mark as the first Disney prince to have a personality. Also, the other king mentions losing things a lot. That's important. And they're off. Let's get ready for a letdown!
I've got the keys to the kingdom. The world is open wide.
Oh, for Maleficent's sake. This is far from the worst song ever. But for Disney standards, it sucks. It's just bland and boring. Not even hilariously bad. Hail to Princess Aurora, you ain't. How long till she cocks this up? Oh God, she closed Lumiere.
Be our guest, we our guest, be our guest.
The conference was a huge success. Aurora! Oh my.
Yes, the three fairies are in this. Oh God, you don't understand. I love the fairies. They are some of my favorite Disney characters ever. Merryweather especially. They made Sleeping Beauty for me. This scene is short, but they will return. The fairies do take a back seat, though, because Disney seems to be convinced that Aurora was the main character and the fairies were secondary. Can't wait to see how they get screwed up! On that note, whoever they got to replace the fairies' voices are actually pretty close.
Aurora! Oh my. So much to do.
Helping, of course. Are you sure, dear? There's so much to do.
Merryweather is, believe it or not, voiced by Trez McNeil. You may know her from Futurama. How the hell did they get her? Aurora gets hit with her first great challenge. Signing papers!
Oh my gosh.
I kid you not. So, giant evil dragon, fairy who cursed you to die, epic fight scene with blood, signing papers. Okay, I understand that you want a more down-to-earth story, but you are continuing Sleeping Beauty. You know, with Disney villain poster child Maleficent herself. If you're gonna go more down-to-earth, you probably shouldn't be drilling into the core. Okay, maybe they'll do more of it. shenanigans, and thank you! Then all my hopes of this improving died. Goofy, you ain't. Please, just fall out that window. Thank you! Shame he lives. That piece of paper turns out to be King Hubert's speech. Well, zippity-doo-don. She needs someone to deliver it. You're the three fairies again! I get to enjoy this little detail with Merryweather's cape until I remember what the hell I'm watching. For some reason, all three of them have to leave to deliver instead of just sending one of them out. Flora and Fauna leave, but Merryweather stays behind to give Aurora her wand. Wait, what? What? That can't be right.
Oh dear, I'm not supposed to do this. In fact, Flora and Fauna would be so angry. But I want you to take my wand.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's her personality. You know, Merryweather, the one who resisted giving up her wand and needed to have it removed by force. The one who always had a rather pessimistic view on everything. The one who was the one who suggested they use the wands in the first place. Yeah, seems like the type to just give her wand away to someone who can't be trusted with it. She totally would be reprimanding the other two for even thinking about giving the wand to Aurora. What I'm trying to say is that my favourite character is not herself. Needless to say, I'm not very happy about that. There is one line that made me laugh, though.
If you ask the wand to do something, you must be very specific. If you're not and you say something like, make me dinner, well, it just might turn you into a helping of roasted boar and a side of potatoes.
Well, that kind of conflicts with how the wands worked in the movie. And we'll be getting to that. This line paints a very funny image in my brain as to how she knows that in the first place.
Make me dinner.
Back to signing.
All finished. I admit it wasn't easy, but I'm proud to say I stuck with it, and that's what matters.
Did I mention that the moral is really on the nose? She spills the papers and accidentally gets the wand to put them back. Then she goes mad with power. She uses the wand to put herself into a bootleg of Belle's gown and destroying their attempt at building up her personality. I see what they're going for. I really do. They want to make her ditzy and girly, which inherently is not bad. The problem is that she's too ditzy and girly. There's nothing wrong with her liking jewelry, but the way it's presented creates some rather odd implications. We need to give this princess a personality. I know, she's a princess, so let's not do anything interesting and just make her stereotypical instead. Genius! May I also mention that they're making her kind of redundant? They want to make her a little ditzy. Doesn't Fauna already cover the ditzy but sweet niche? At least her nightgown is blue.
Make it pink.
No. Make it blue.
Make it pink.
No. Make it blue.
Make it pink.
Make it blue.
Pink.
Blue!
Pink.
Blue!
Pink.
Blue, you stupid! I said make it blue.
Pink.
Blue!
Pink.
You know what? Forget it. Pink was the masculine colour back then anyway. Wait, then why does Merryweather hate pink? Shouldn't she hate blue? And why does she have a name that's technically masculine? I'm getting off topic. So she has to meet with her hundreds of row subjects, and she complains about it because she's a millennium. Cue petty argument that she immediately resolves. Meanwhile, the three good fairies are infiltrating Maleficent's castle to rescue Philip. That's one of the major problems with this. Absolutely no sense of danger. This is a massive downgrade from the first movie. Seriously, you give Sleeping Beauty a follow-up, and you churn out this?
Oh, I do hope the fairies have made it to King Hubert by now.
Yeah, good point. They can fly and use magic. It's been a night. They definitely could have made it there and back by now. So the stupid fairies finally deliver the damn speech that apparently took them a whole night to do, and can head back.
Now, let's get out our wands and fly on home.
Our wands? Oh, well, I was thinking it's a lovely day for a walk.
Whoa. Stop everything, time out. She needs her wand to fly, even though she doesn't. Then how the hell did they get here in the first place? What, did they just walk the whole way? I mean, maybe that's why it took them so long, but they never say why. Did Flora and Fauna not question why she never shrunk down? Did they animate the first draft or something? These plot holes are easy to spot and should have been paved in. So Flora calls her out on it before accidentally throwing her own wand away. I have all of the problems with this scene. First of all, let's make Flora seem stupid too. I mean, she had her moments, and we've already got a ditzy one, but yeah, let's track down the smart one too.
Do you have any idea what could happen?
I'm sorry. I was only trying to help. I'm sorry. I was only trying to help.
Oh, good. Yeah, Merryweather is the type to apologize. Miss never said sorry for causing all of the problems. Seriously, all of the problems! Once again, this may have been intentional character development, but since the others never say anything on the lines of, "You're apologizing, dear?" My, you really have changed, haven't you? Which means I can only see this as a romance for Fauna, but given to Merryweather at the last moment for reasons I can't comprehend. I know I'm ranting on about her a lot, but Merryweather is one of my favorite Disney characters of all time. I don't appreciate what is, in my eyes at least, her acting outside of her personality.
Well, I was thinking it's a lovely day for a walk.
It looks awful. That's because it's you, dear.
Oh, I can't, all right? I don't have it.
You know, sometimes I don't think she's really very happy.
I was worried about Aurora being on her own, so I lent it to her.
I'd like to turn her into a fat old hot toad.
I'm sorry. I was only trying to help.
I think we've had enough of this nonsense. I think we ought to think of Rose and what she'll think of this mess. You know, I think she's right.
Besides, what could possibly go wrong?
Mary, you never say that. Don't act like this is a terrible situation, Princess. Your prince and aunts nearly died fighting an evil dragon. Oh my God, is anyone safe? Fauna. Fauna is safe. And that's only because she gets so few lines. If she were to try to bake a cake of her magic, we might have some redemption here. This guy has more or less lost his entire farm and wants chickens. Her problem is that she'll need to sign another form. Oh my God! Did I mention that Aurora's original voice actress, Mary Costa, hates this portrayal of her? Yeah, that's how bad it is. So while Lazy Comic Relief leaves to get more paper, Aurora gives up and uses the wand.
I need chickens, please. Lots of little chickens.
Okay, I get it. You need to be Pacific. You say you want to be hot and she sets you on fire. But I'm sorry to say this again, but in the movie, the most complex commands Mary gave her wand consisted of make it blue and stop mop. By this show's logic, make it blue would translate to making the whole darn world blue. Hell, she could just say blue, or nothing at all, and the wand did exactly as she wanted. Did you people even watch the movie? You know what? Maybe the wand shares Merryweather's personality, and that's why it's been a dick to her. Where I see where this is going. Aurora tries the wand out some more, creating green pigs because, yep, definitely going with the headcanon that Mary's wand shares its personality with its owner. It's the only way that this makes any bloody sense at all. God damn it, this conflict ticks me off so much! You are the follow-up to Sleeping Beauty. Even if you want a more simple, less life-threatening conflict, which I understand and really wouldn't mind, you need to do something with this. Maybe the conflict comes from her not wanting to use the wand, but being forced to in a great crisis, like a fire or a complete lack of crops. Or get her into a colour fight with Merryweather. I really don't care. Just something! Now there's too many cows, and she refuses to use the wand. Even though she totally couldn't, she just needs to stop being an idiot and rub two brain cells together.
Perseverance.
I promise not to use this.
Oh God. Wasn't it major sin in the movie was that the fairies didn't want to use magic until Mary told them straight that they needed to make the birthday good? Is this inversion? Because it's not clever. She gives a cow to each person at her doors, because I am sure they'd have the abilities to raise one on the fly like that. Then the gypsy guy makes himself look insane, And then he gets sent to the same place Belle's father was going to be sent to. Oh, I wish. Insert lame moral perseverance here, and...
So, about those giant chickens.
I brutally murdered and...
I never should have taken the easy way out by using magic.
Oh, wow. So this entire thing exists just to tell us a moral. Even though she totally could have used magic, you just randomly added the requirement of being Pacific out of your ass. So, yeah. Bad. Well, it's more mediocre, because it's not even bad enough to be considered bad in my book. The only thing that pushes it into bad territory would be the utter failure to meet a standard. I get it, but there's having a tough act to follow, as you did, and then there's caring so little that you let obvious plot holes through. I can do with a simpler, safer story. I really could. But there needs to be more of a conflict. If you have to go with this story, you need more chaos. Have it rain chocolate milk, turn the buildings upside down, send a giant fire-breathing cat to terrorize everyone, make it look like Discord wrecked the place. All in all, this would be weak at its worst if it wasn't meant to, be a continuation of Sleeping Beauty, one of my favorite Disney movies ever. Even without my silly little opinion, this is the movie where Maleficent comes from. The follow-up should at least be a little interesting. As is, though, you're best to just sleep through it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to enjoy a movie starring pre-modern Powerpuff Girls. I mean, I guess either way you do it, it's screwed. You send Flora out and everything's gonna collapse. You send Fauna out, Flora and Merryweather are gonna kill each other, and you send Merryweather out, she's probably gonna get herself killed. But still, Flora and Fauna leave, but Merryweather stays behind to give Aurora... Aurora and Fauna... Aurora and Fauna? Jesus Christ, I can't read! Aurora gives me... All in all in one, really?